There's no question he'll keep campaigning. Whether voters will actually find Donald Trump on the ballot is up in the air. After a second state, Maine, ruled the former president is ineligible to run in the Republican primary under the so-called insurrection clause of the U.S. Constitution.
I am mindful that no Secretary of State has ever deprived a presidential candidate of ballot access. And I'm also mindful that no presidential candidate has ever engaged in insurrection under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment.
We will never give up. We will never concede.
It all stems from Trump's role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol and his attempts to overturn an election he had lost. Colorado's Supreme Court came to the same conclusion last week, while Michigan and California have declined to remove Trump from ballots. More than a dozen other states are still weighing challenges to Trump's eligibility.
First time it's ever happened in American history, much less to a presidential candidate or to a former presidential candidate or the frontrunner for his party's nomination.
Trump's campaign argues any ballot removal amounts to voter suppression and is politically motivated. The state rulings are headed straight to the U.S. Supreme Court to see if they'll stand, teeing up a chaotic and potentially confusing presidential campaign with primaries just weeks away.
Both sides in this dispute have asked the Supreme Court to decide this case basically immediately, lightning fast. If the Supreme Court wants to decide this case, it has to do it pretty soon because these ballots are about to be printed.
The longer it takes to settle the matter, the more it may help Trump. He has long claimed to be the victim of political persecution. The letter of the law may be no match for the power of his rhetoric. The scope of any Supreme Court ruling will determine if other states are likely to join the effort to pull Trump off the ballot. The court may also settle the question of whether Trump could be open to additional legal challenges that might keep him off the ballot in November's general election. Jackson Proskow, Global News, Washington.